Well, good morning, everybody. It's Carpo here. It's a beautiful sunny spring day in Portland. I got up this morning, and the first thing I did was got dressed and I walked around town. I went down to the coffee shop, and which I rarely do. I don't go to Starbucks because I'm very very opposed to Starbucks, but it really sounded good. Of course, I got there, and the guy in front of me was ordering for the entire office. He had like 12 cups of coffee. He was buying 6 bottles of water. And I looked down at the bottled water, and it's like a pint of water, and it's $2. I just couldn't believe it. Then you look on the back, and it says, "We donate 5 cents to help children get fresh, clean water in other countries for every bottle you buy." It's like, really? 5 cents for a $2 bottle of water? Why don't you just ship the water over to them? Anyway, after getting back to my house this morning, I realized I had this feeling that I haven't had very often. It's this feeling that you get when you're on vacation almost. It's the feeling you get when you know that you're somewhere other than home, where you wake up early and you're ready to go and everything's exciting. And my family takes vacations to, we've taken 2 or 3 vacations to Florida in past years, and I love that. I don't like Florida, but I like being on the beach, and I like that feeling of waking up and going out and just feeling the sand between your toes. And it really reminds me that those who live in places like that take it for granted. And it really changes your mood, the weather. And when you live in a cold place like I do, it's easy to get wrapped up and just kind of cuddle up in your house and not want to do anything. So it got me thinking about folks on YouTube who live in Alaska, some folks who live in maybe Oregon, some folks who live in South America, completely different types of environments, completely different types of people. Well, Portlanders are a different breed. They've got that slogan out here, "Keep Portland weird." Well, it's the reality of it. Portlanders are a little bit strange, a little bit different. And it got me thinking of how much of the environment is a component of that, and how much is the actual, community, or the way we, the types of people that end up here. Like in Alaska, for example, some of the more brutal areas, maybe where they're doing mining or a lot of logging, you'll get that rough, tough type. So when you go to like the local pub, it'll be a bunch of rough, tough guys with beards, and that's just the community. You go down to some of these cities in very tropical areas here in the U.S., like Southern California and Florida, and you get this totally different type of person in the bars. It's something we have to remember when we're telling other people, you should do this or you shouldn't do that. It's just such a common thing for us to tell other people how to live their life. To keep coming back to that theme, because it just seems to be one of the things that's holding us back from being ourselves. It's just that idea that other people need to be like us. So when I was standing there in the Starbucks, there's that guy in front of me. I was waiting for my coffee, and I saw that there was like 12, 15 cups of coffee on the counter that they were that he was waiting to take. And the lady reached around and said, "Oh, here's your coffee." And I said something to the effect of, "Oh, I don't have to wait for the whole office?" As a joking manner, but to kind of let the guy know that it's kind of rude to come into a coffee shop at 9 in the morning and order everything for your entire office. But the reason why I bring that up is because I have to remember that he's in a different position than I am. He's a different person. He has a different situation. He has a different life. The way he views the world is not the way I view the world. I would not go into a coffee shop at rush hour and order 12 coffees, but I don't understand his circumstance, you know. Maybe it's an office party. Maybe he's in a hurry and he's really got to get these coffees, you know. I don't know. It's just like the guy who's driving down the street. If I can finish, on this note, it would be driving is the perfect way to remember that not everyone thinks the way we do. You got grandma driving 10 miles under the speed limit, and you've got little Bobby hauling ass in his car trying to beat everybody else because he wants to get there faster because he hasn't learned how to drive respectfully yet. And we're pointing the fingers at both of them. The reason why cars are such a good example for me is because you can walk down the street and see people walking at various speeds or looking at various things, but you can't really know how they're going to affect you. You can walk around a person, but when you're stuck on a road behind people, it's a single file line, and you really get to, get a different view of how people can affect one another. I don't know. It's kind of a subject that you could talk about forever, but really just waking up today and being out in the warmth and the sun, it reminds me that other people that, may wake up and make a video in some positive mood, and another guy might wake up and it's pouring rain out, and he might make a video for his channel talking about something negative. We're totally affected by our environments. And that doesn't even include our own our own thought patterns and processes. It's really good to be alive. Namaste.